Welcome back, guys, to another video. Just finished watching Liverpool 2, West Ham United 1. A very, very frustrating game and a frustrating result because I firmly believe we deserved to get something out of that game. Let's firstly get through the starting 11. One change from the result against Manchester City. Sebastian Haller comes in for the injured Mikel Antonio, and whilst I did believe we missed Antonio a lot, I do feel like Haller is coming under some fair criticism, but also some criticism is unwarranted. I do feel like it's being a bit of a scapegoat. I feel like, yes, he doesn't work as hard as Antonio, but you can't expect every striker to work as hard as Antonio. You can't also expect, a guy to get the ball down on his chest, try and win a header or a tackle or any kind of sort of 50-50, and then his nearest pass is 20 or 30 yards away. And I feel like today we didn't really have the option where we could go long. And I feel like there was a bit of frustration on both parts in terms of Haller. There was a couple of times where Balbuena picked up the ball. He wanted to go, maybe run into the channel. The ball got played short. It got intercepted. There was also a couple of times we had opportunities to put the ball in the box. We did. Haller made a run, a very good run. His off-the-ball movement was decent in and around the box, and the cross got over here. I do feel like, some criticism is fair. Yes, I don't believe he works maybe as hard as he probably should have. He should at times. However, if your defence is asked to sit deep, right, what's the point of your striker running around like a headless chicken if there's only one of you pressing? Does that make sense? That's all I want to talk about. Let me know your thoughts on the situation. Anyway, we have our first shot of the game. A ball gets put in the box from Masuaku. That's actually under hit. It falls to Fornals after a poor header from Joe Gomez. It looks like it's a very nice, accurate finish. It goes in off the post, but it goes in nonetheless. 1-0 up. Then it doesn't look like Liverpool. Liverpool are not creating much. I feel like the formation suited the way we was playing. Liverpool, whilst they do love putting crosses into the fullbacks, putting crosses into the box from the fullbacks, like Trent Alexander-Arnold, like Robertson, because we had nullified the threat with Ogbonna, who I thought, again, was absolutely outstanding. I thought Cresswell was very good. I thought Balbuena was very good, apart from the last 5 minutes, which is what we will touch upon, which for the second goal. We give away a needless penalty. Masuaku probably, he made a mistake last week against Manchester City. He wasn't punished for it when Sterling took a heavy touch and missed. However, this week he was punished. We know Masuaku does have these moments where he does maybe a lack of concentration. For me, it's a very soft penalty. It's very soft. He hardly boots him. He boots him on the underside of his boot. So he studs, hardly touches him. Salah goes down, falls down, like he normally does, gives away a penalty. He makes it 1-0. VAR, I don't even think VAR checked it, so they just give the penalty. So 1-0 leading into half-time. Now, there's a couple of moments in this second half that I feel like changed the game. And I want to talk about them. Firstly, the opportunity for Pablo Fornals. Whilst I think, yes, he scored a fantastic goal, he's got the work rate, he still sometimes lacks that little bit of composure in front of goal. Whilst the first goal was very, very good, calm finish, was composed. This is what I meant in previous videos when I said sometimes Fornals does lack that composure. We get the ball, Fornals, all he's got to do is square the ball 5 yards to Jared Bowen for a tap-in. He doesn't do it. He decides to shoot, which when you actually look at the angle, when they actually showed the replay, the shot he would have taken would have just gone straight at Alisson. So it's not like he stuck it in the corner. He stuck it straight at the defender. But had the defender not been there, it was going straight at Alisson. It wasn't a very good shot. However, just sometimes, that is what I feel like we are missing sometimes as a team. Against Arsenal, we should have realistically, the chances we had, picked up 3 points or at least a draw against Arsenal away. Today, again, in my opinion, we should have picked up at least a draw. And it's just very frustrating. And you can maybe hear it in my voice because I've come away from this game thinking, you know what, we've dropped a point here. Liverpool played a young centre-back, 23 years old, Phillips, who got man of the match, who actually did nullify Haller quite well. Jurgen Klopp, obviously, when he found out the news about Antonio being injured, he obviously went like for like. He went for a physical centre-back, someone who hasn't really played. This is his debut for Liverpool. I would have liked us to seen us put a little bit more pressure when we noticed that maybe Haller maybe not working, put Soucek on. And I think that was the first major game-changing point was the fact that Fornals didn't square that ball. Again, a fantastic goal from him, but again, there's a little bit sometimes where he does lack that composure in front of goal, and that was very frustrating to see. Now, the second sort of game-changing point that I want to talk about was, whilst I don't think he done anything, right? Whilst I don't think he done anything worth of note, Haller, right? Because at the end of the day, I can understand what it's like. You're playing up front on your own. You're not really that striker that runs around. He's not a Jamie Vardy. He's not an Antonio. He's not that kind of striker. He's a striker that is. He needs someone up there with him, or he needs someone in close support so he can sort of bounce off. And when when balls are getting lumped at you and you can try and only flick the ball on, you've got no one near you, or you try and hold the ball up, but you lose it because your nearest player is 20 yards away. I can understand him getting frustrated, and his body language does need to improve, because you can see the frustration coming out. However, sticking Yarmolenko up front, and people say he's at fault for the goal. Maybe he didn't hold the ball well up. Yes, however, I don't think we should have been doing that in the first place, because whilst when we did have possession in wide areas, we didn't really have anyone in the box. The amount of times that Masuaku looks up, he was thinking, right, I'm going to put the ball in the box. He either puts the ball in the box and there's no one there, and he goes out either for a throw-in on the other side of the pitch, or Sufal, whatever his name is, tries to get it on the other side, tries and picks it up, or Masuaku just passes the ball inside. Because for me, whilst, yes, Phillips done very well, he did start to win a couple of headers just before he come off the field, and we just lacked that sort of dynamism. We lacked that option where we could literally just throw the ball in the box. And Haller, when we went 2-1 down, it would have been perfect to throw someone like Haller and Souček into the box. However, we only had Souček in the box to lump the ball into. Haller, whilst he didn't do much, don't get me wrong, yes, he didn't do much. However, he hasn't played much football. He's playing in Liverpool. I want to judge him more against Fulham. If he plays a little bit like that against Fulham, yes, when a team that we probably are expected to beat, yes, I fully get it. However, just give him a bit of time, in my opinion. We can't just jump on a bandwagon and make him a scapegoat. Yes, there's stuff to improve. However, I do think him coming off was a major it turned the tide, They knew as soon as we went 2-1 down that they could probably nullify the extra threat that we was going to just chuck the ball into a box, try and get a goal. It was all gone when he went off. Now, we concede the second. Well, let's talk about the VAR, actually. Obviously, Liverpool have the ball in the net from Diogo Jota, who actually goes on to score the winning goal. He scores from a rebound. Essentially, the ball comes into the box. There was a little bit of scuffle between Mane, Ogbonna and Fabianski. I think Fabianski makes a fantastic save. I can't remember who it was from. It might have been Mane. Makes a fantastic save. He gets up for the rebound. Mane comes rushing in. So does Ogbonna. Mane takes the legs of Ogbonna as he tries to clear it. Jota has the ball in the net. VAR took so long to decide. It was a free kick. Right decision at the end of the day. Great. Now, let's talk about the winning goal for Liverpool. And this is sometimes that I feel like it's another player that does, whilst he has been performing well, does have the tendency to sometimes lack in concentration. And essentially, Liverpool start playing the ball in front of our D. And Declan Rice goes to step out. Fantastic. He's going to try and block the shot. However, Balbuena makes a fatal error. Because what happens is Kufau is marking the wide option. I can't remember who he's marking, but he was marking someone, the wide option. Ogbonna was tucked inside, keeping the sits free in the middle, narrow. Now, Balbuena goes and pushes Shaqiri onto the ball. I'm pretty sure it's Shaqiri. He goes and pushes, tries to, stop the shot. However, by him going out and, trying to make a tackle or trying to block the shot, leaves a massive gap in between Kufau and Ogbonna. Shaqiri plays a fantastic ball that goes through the legs of Balbuena. Jota is through one-on-one, and it is a fantastic finish. Now, I said this. I would rather a Shaqiri stuck that ball in the top corner from outside the edge of the box, and you would have gone like, you know what? Fair enough. However, Balbuena coming out and deciding to press that ball to block that shot has let a huge gap, which we was actually nullifying. Liverpool struggled to create any real chances of note throughout the whole game. Throughout the whole game, they did really struggle, which was, again, we defended really well again. We defended really well, and it's just sometimes a little bit of cracks, like lack of a lack of concentration. Ogbonna was fantastic. Cresswell was fantastic. Balbuena was very, very good again until that last couple of minutes when he decides to press the ball, when he should have just, you know what, you either try and play the ball, dink it over the top, or you're going to have to stick this ball in the top corner. Which 9 times out of 10, when you're shooting from those kind of positions, you're probably going to stick it wide over. So I would rather have taken a chance. However, he does decide to press. He nutmegs him. Fantastic finish, Jota. Liverpool win the game 2-1. David Moyes, again, whilst I do think he is the right man for West Ham right now, he does have his faults. You know, leaving it till the 87th minute to bring on Ben Rama and to bring on Lanzini when you've gone 2-1 down. It's not great, honestly. It's not great, but at the end of the day, you know, he probably knows himself he needs to improve. Maybe he doesn't trust Lanzini, despite him scoring that wonder goal against Tottenham. We don't know. However, it was good to see Ben Rama get some minutes on the pitch. You know, he showed what he's probably going to bring to the table. Tracked back pretty well, won a couple of tackles or a tackle or so. Very good on the ball. Looks like he's very agile. Again, can drift inside, can go outside. A bit of skills about him. And then the only thing of note is that he does dink it into the box in the last minute, and Sukek, who was coming from an offside position, ball goes out for a goal kick, and that was the result. A 2-1 loss. Going into the game, yes, Liverpool are favourites. Liverpool weren't as strong as they were because of injuries to Van Dijk, Fabinho, Matip, you know. They had Thiago on the bench. He did not come on. It was just a very frustrating result because things could have gone our way. It's happened before against Arsenal away. We could have easily won that match. Or at least taken a draw. But we had chances. We didn't get that second goal. They have one opportunity. They score. And that's exactly what happened today. Fornals, the first one, He comes, he's running onto the ball, he takes it away from Bowen. I totally agree with that because the ball's coming over. Fornals is running onto the ball where Bowen looked like he was going to set to trap the ball, control it, then shoot. And it probably might have been blocked. However, he stretches out Fornals. In my opinion, it was the right one because he was running onto the ball. But the second one, please, you just got to square it. You could see the body language of Bowen. He couldn't believe it. He had Robertson there. All he's got to do is knock that 5 yards and I'm putting my house on it that Bowen's sticking out in the corner or whatever. You know? However, it's a very, very frustrating result, guys. West Ham United 1, Liverpool 2. At least we're scoring goals. We are having chances. We sometimes just need to clean up our decision making at times at certain areas of the pitch because it can fault us and it can come back and bite us on the arse, which I think it did today. I think it really did today against Liverpool. Fornals, as I said, should have pulled the ball back and it probably would have been 2-1 and we would have been here talking about at least a point. However, we're talking about none. Fulham the next match. I would start with Haller. I would start with pretty much the same team, but give Ben Rama a little bit more, maybe 20 minutes onto the pitch. That's personally what I would do for Fulham. Guys, let me know what you would do. Would you start Haller the next match? I know it's going around Twitter. People are slating Haller. People are, they feel sorry for him. I'm a bit of both. I can understand the frustrations of fans. Maybe he doesn't work hard enough. He's not going to be an Antonio. He wasn't brought in to be an Antonio. He was brought in to be someone who gets the ball down and plays off. But when he does do that, he needs support around him. Sometimes he was isolated. He was really isolated. And sometimes maybe the wavelength of the team ain't on his because he does sometimes run into the channels or makes a run and they're not on the same wavelength. But yeah, that's my opinion, guys. Let me know your opinions down in the comment section down below. Make sure you subscribe and hit the like button for more West Ham videos. We're trying to upload pretty much every day or every other day. Let me know, guys. Drop a like, subscribe, and I'll check you out in the next video. See you later.